to everyone who chose once again to join me on this fascinating topic of multidimensionality. I just finished part one, and now I'm going to offer you part two of what is multidimensionality. Part one was mainly about the soul, the hierarchy of the soul, and that is the energetic part of us. Now I want to talk about our physical self, which is the house or the vessel for our energetic self. This physical body is a vessel that carries around our mental. We have four bodies: our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our spiritual body. Our physical body is this vessel. Our other three bodies, spiritual, mental, and emotional, can be considered our energetic body or our soul, if you will. Our energetic self can also be referred to as the ego. The ego is who we are. The ego is comprised of our thoughts and our feelings and our chakras, which are affected by our thoughts and feelings. And our chakras in turn create the auric field, which is the external energetic body. The chakras are the internal. Anyway, it's very far-reaching subject, but this is now I want to talk about our energetic body. I have to consult my notes because I have there's so much information. I don't want to miss anything. Now, the ego generally controls our mental and emotional bodies, which affect our spiritual body. They all kind of overlap and interface, can't separate them because they all affect each other. Our energetic bodies affect the physical body. If the energetic body's out of whack, the physical body goes downhill. We get sick. We have pain. So it all works together. I mean, we really are amazing beings. Anyway, now I wrote a blog about the ego of March the 15th, 2016, and it was posted on my web. It is posted on my website. If you go through the archives, if you want to refer to it, just go to the archives and go back to 2016, and it's there. And there's a lot of good information about the ego in that blog. Now we have an inner ego self and an outer ego self. The outer ego self is our thinking, feeling part, the I that is aware of life in the physical. Whatever we're thinking or feeling at any given moment creates a dimensional self. Okay, whatever we're thinking or feeling at any given moment affects our consciousness. We can live in the lower dimensions, which are the lower vibrations. If we're coming from lower vibrations, such as anger, fear, jealousy, guilt, shame, if you think somebody hurts our feelings, those are all lower vibrational feelings. And so then we are existing, that part, that aspect of ourself is existing in a lower dimension. It goes into a lower dimension, forms a lower dimension. When we think and feel good things like love and joy and compassion and understanding and forgiveness and all those, then we are coming from a higher level of consciousness. higher level of awareness, higher dimension. So that is our higher self, one of our higher dimensional selves. So we have all these lower dimensional selves. When we go into anger, fear, then we're existing, an aspect of ourself is existing in the lower dimensions. But the really neat thing, the good thing is that we have the power and the ability to recognize that truth, that, oh my gosh, look what I just said or did or felt, and I need to change that. So the first thing is to recognize it. The second thing then is to change it. You can change that energy. You can consciously bring up that lower dimensional aspect of self and make it a higher one. And that's the beauty of it all. We really can do that. And when we can do that all the time, or not even go there, then we are operating in 5D, in the fifth dimension, in the fifth level of consciousness, which is necessary if we came here to ascend. And then soon, when we do that repeatedly, then that becomes like a habit, and we just do it unconsciously, or it just comes naturally to us. So and we're human, we all have a human side, we have a spiritual side, we have a human side. Sometimes our human side likes to take over, which is the ego. But our job is the ego wants control really bad. Our job is to manage the ego. And we can manage the ego by recognizing when we're falling down into those lower vibrations, falling down those lower dimensions. So that's the first thing, is to recognize it and then do something about it. And we can. If we have the determination and the dedication, and if we are serious about moving forward on our path, then we will definitely make the changes that need to be made, because we can do it. So managing the ego is crucial when you're actively working towards enlightenment. It is crucial. It is something we really need to take care of. Mind you, we have eternity, and nobody is forcing us to do anything. But if we don't do what we came here to do, and then we go home and we think, oh my gosh, well, I guess if I want to move up, I'm going to have to go back and do it again. That's the way it is. Anyway, in the first blog, in the first part of Multidimensionality, I spoke about us, our dimensionality being definitive parts, distinct parts, and so our ego is a part. And there's another one that I'm sure you'll find fascinating, and that is our dream self. Now, we all dream. And we have a dream self, which is our sleeping part. Our dreams are messages that are given to us by some of our higher dimensional selves. But they're not given the way we would think we should be able to receive them. They're given symbolically. That's the way the dream self works. And there are avenues where you can learn about what dreams mean. And there's lots of books out there. There's lots of information on the internet. about sorting out your dreams. But oftentimes when we dream, there will be other people in our dream, and they might be somebody that looks familiar, maybe a brother or a sister or a friend or a neighbor, but they're really not those people. All of those other people in our dreams are aspects of ourself. They are aspects of ourself. They're just us. There's nobody else. And the dreams are symbolic. So if you want to sort it out, you can find the information. When we dream, it's often like a story-like dream. And that's just the way they give it to us. But they are all aspects of myself, yourself. Now, another wonderful thing about the dream self is the dream self has the ability, is able to penetrate the subconscious mind. It has direct access through that penetration. You think of your dream self, think of an oval, like oval. On one side of it is your dream self. Your on the far side is your outer self, your ego. And then there's your dream self, which is able to get through the subconscious mind. And from there, it has direct access to your inner self. Your inner self is your true self. It's what's in here. It's your true self and your divine self. So it's pretty fascinating, I think. So that's how we can it's just I find it so interesting because there's so many facets to it. And it's questions that I've always wanted the answers to, but I didn't know how to find it. And then as we learn and grow, the answers will come to us. And we continue seeking and they come to us. Now, there's another part of ourselves, and I haven't really read this anywhere. I just think that I think of it as splitting our consciousness. And it's part of our dimensions, it's part of our levels of awareness. So by splitting your consciousness, I think you can be doing some ordinary household mundane task, driving a car, dusting your furniture, and when you're dusting your furniture, concentrating on that task, you still, with another part of your mind, you could be making up a grocery list for the next day, or wondering about something else that happened, and you think your mind is wandering, but you're still focused on your dusting. Or you can be driving a car and staying in your own lane, stopping at the red lights, moving forward at the green lights, and you're focused on that, and you're aware of the traffic around you, and yet you can still be thinking about a friend who's in trouble. So your consciousness is on different levels, maybe not higher or lower, but just different. So that's another part of multidimensionality. Now, in these, whenever you're watching a video, reading something, listening to somebody channel, whatever it is that you're doing, when you're searching for answers, it's your job to be discerning. It's your job to search for your own truth and what resonates with you. So that's why we're called seekers, because we keep looking for answers. So I sincerely hope that something that I have said today has resonated with you, has maybe opened a door for you, has maybe helped you move along in some way, because that's my goal. I just want to share what I know or what I think I know. I want to share the world of spirit just to help. So, and I would like to say that we truly are amazing, complex beings. We're more than we could ever imagine. We are a perfect spiritual being having a human experience in this physical body. And it's all wonderful because it all provides us with these amazing experience that enrich our lives and help us along the path to enlightenment. So I noticed in my last blog, I was trying to shut the computer down and I couldn't find the stop button. And so I had this kind of funny look on my face, so I'll try and do it right this time. So that's all I have for you now. I have no idea when the next video or blog will happen, or whatever spirit has in mind for me. I'll just have to wait and see. But as I'm getting a little more comfortable with these videos, which is good because I know now that I don't have to be perfect, and I used to worry about it and think I have to say and do everything just perfect, and I don't, because we're human. We're all human, and that's the human side showing. So that's all. Once again, that's all I have for you today. Live life to the fullest. And my high self said to me one time that something I love to share, and I did put this in my book. I think it's on my website. She said, embrace your challenges, forgive your stumbles, and celebrate your victories. I love it. Bye for now.